There must be
Well,
a reason
that's
why
right.
they stop
Or
it.
heavily regulate it, or try and
Make it impossible.
Yeah, exactly, and then try and synthesize a
Yeah,
fake version of it, and all
indeed.
of that nonsense.
That's
By the way,
that's bad.
6 million prescriptions apparently for anxiety medicine,
Yeah,
more than this time last year.
I'm not
And as you say, we don't need to say anything. It's self-explanatory, that it
absolutely.
really is.
All right, so that's great. So those who have been following the journey are up to date. Those who are brand new are saying, "Oh, what's this?" And we can talk a bit more. Now, you did a really kind special deal for CC. Now, we understand that that deal can't last forever, but you know that we've had a discussion off air, and I was very keen to, you know, sort of try and bend your arm a bit. So, can you sort of paraphrase for us what you think you might
Absolutely.
be doing?
Well, you know, as we're a handmade artisan oil maker, we do only have a finite amount of oil per year. So that's the first thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to offer subscriptions, because we got so many letters saying, please, can we have our oil delivered monthly? So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the discount for a yearly subscription nearly at the same level. So 25% off, which is you basically, you buy 9 bottles, you get 3 bottles free.
That's excellent.
And because we make it, you know, in batches, we'll send them out every 3 months. So
Right.
that will remain constant for your members, for the CC members, and they'll get it through your website. And it's just for them to know that there is a finite amount of those subscriptions. I think we've got, I made a note, Mike was saying probably about 5,000 bottles a month is going to be the max. So that will fill up over time.
Yeah, sure.
Then what we're going to do is, because we're just going to be putting this out, we will keep, for a couple of days into February, we'll keep the 30% discount, but then we have to take it down to 15%. But we will keep that 15% discount for CC members moving through.
Right. So you know, we did have a cursory talk about this. We didn't go into the full details. We're doing it now on air, and I think that's right, because the audience knows that I like to not plan things. That actually means then it's much more viable is not the right word. It makes sense to go in and have a yearly subscription then, because it's only going to drop 5%, isn't it? At the
That's
moment,
right,
30%
exactly.
off. You're going to drop it.
Only going to drop 5%, and it's a much better way of doing it. And because we have a finite amount, it means they
But
definitely.
somebody who just wants like the one bottle occasionally, then they're going to get the 15% off.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And the first couple of days of February, we'll still keep it. If people just want to stock up and take advantage of the 30%, we'll keep that on probably till the end of the second day of Feb.
Right. So you've obviously had a lot of these letters, and it's obviously touched your heart. And now you did mention something, but you didn't go into detail. And I did talk about offering prizes. So I saw a glint in your eye there. What's going on?
Well, inspiration, wanting to share the testimonials. And I always think it's much better if people can do a short little video or take some fantastic picture of them kind of appreciating the oil. And so what we're going to do every month, we're going to choose the best one, and that person is going to get a free yearly subscription. So
A year?
a whole
Sure?
year. And I think we're going to do that as a competition every single month, because it keeps the energy of sharing the experience back and forth. So we're going to kind of build out more of that interactive aspect of the website. So that's something we're going to activate immediately. And we're super excited, so that then we can share the testimonials with either an image or a video, and then at the end of every month we'll announce the winner, and they're just simply going to get.
I think that's such a wonderful thing, that you would have to say that, you know, the person, you know, would have to have some, you know, publicly would have to share something, because, you know, if you're going to celebrate it, then it's no good if it's private. So maybe they could share some aspects of the video or some aspects of the letter to you.
Yeah, and we want to encourage sort of inspiring imagery. It doesn't just have to be, okay, here's my mugshot that I'm and I thought this oil was great. I mean, it could be some really beautiful image of a sunrise,
very artistic.
Whatever they like. You know, we want this to be really fun. We want to build our community. We want to say thank you. And there'll be all sorts of other things that we can share, and maybe we'll do a monthly check-in and come up with other ideas. But the most important thing is that we want to keep the interaction going. We want to hear back that everything is that we're delighting people, and people are having fantastic results using the oil, and that's what's important. And we just want to get better at it. That's the whole point. And build.
Right. It's a success story. It's about spirituality. It's about, as you said, they say food production, medicine, whatever you want to call it. It's a crop. And what makes it really exciting is that it's not being regulated in terms of you can only do this or you can only do that. You're able to say to people, this is the deal we want to do. If you were part of a big retail chain, you would have the middleman, you'd have someone pressing down on you, you'd say, well, you've got overheads here, there, the other. And in the end, the customer gets ripped off. And what's so wonderful about this is that, we don't have to go to a high street shop. I'm not going to name any names. We don't have to go to a high street shop and go through all that process. And here's an opportunity for ordinary people who know the truth through my website, straight to you guys. And that I think is the future for anybody, any organization, especially after Brexit. If you're producing something that's working towards being organic and has the best of intentions, well, don't do it through the high street. Do it like this, and it's got to be the way forward.
Yeah, that's right. And it's going, so all of that love and goodness is coming from the land and from a local community working together, and then you get to share that, and then it means that we can then cycle that back into more education.
Yes.
And spread the word, because there's so many wonderful things that hemp can do. And it's not just for the medicine, it's incredible protein, it's incredible at regenerating the soil, it's a carbon sink. I mean, it's so many different things.
Yes,
and around that,
it's not widely known. I mean, that's the point.
Well, the elite know make building materials. It's endless.
Yes.
So the hemp cooperatives are coming, it's happening, and we're part of it. And it's part of the consciousness rising on the planet, because we need this. We need to rise on this planet. And this is one of the great ways of doing it. It's a very localized thing, but then we can share it with a wider audience. That's
the days of going into a store with a plastic carrier bag and coming out, they're dead those days. Everything's changing. All right, listen, I think we've probably said it, unless you've missed anything.
I think we've got it. So just to quickly recap, couple of days into Feb, the big discount carries on. After that, still a really good one, but then the real value will be the subscriptions. There'll be a finite amount of them, and you get your oil delivered every 3 months or every month. We're not quite sure yet, but anyway, it's going to be really cost effective.
So basically, it's fine to talk about this. We need to be practical here, that you're going to run the 30% up to maybe the 2nd of Feb. So the link needs to be live on my website when you make that changeover.
Yeah, and it will be, and we'll liaise on that. And any feedback from anybody, keep it coming, and we'll look forward to connecting.
Well, yes, especially as a competition now.
You're
absolutely inundated for that.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Our team is great. We've got these amazing girls.
Well, I tell you what,
Claudia and Sophie working around the clock on customer service. They're amazing people around Michael. And then we've got Wesley and Zaf and all these incredible people working with us. And they're all really beautiful, kind-hearted people. And there's Ava and Sandra. And I mean, it's amazing.
You've got more helping you than I've got helping me. Do you remember things like Vision On and Blue Peter?
Of Blue Peter? Are you kidding? I fucking love Blue
Peter.
Do
you remember they'd have a competition, and then they would put as many of these pictures and drawings on the studio wall? Do you remember that?
I
do. Why don't you actually do that? And okay, someone's going to win, but you can actually show all of it come in.
We'd love that. We'd love that. And then, well, what we'll do is we'll evolve it, and so when we get closer to the summer, then we'll start talking about visits and people coming over to the farm, and
wonderful,
and the healing center and the education center. So much to look forward to.
And then you could do, instead of a Blue Peter badge, you could do a hemp badge.
Absolutely. The happy badge is coming. The happy
Oh,
badge.
you've got me on a roll now. You better
Come on.
watch.
I can feel a song coming on.
No, that you will never have from me. Listen, lots of love. God bless.
Great
I'm
to
so
see.
delighted
Thanks,
that you're in
everybody.
partnership for the right reasons. It's great.
Thanks. Bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bless you. Bless you, Simon.